You know, you had people, Metallica, Slayer, Anthrax, and all that came out. And like, I mean, I was into those bands like from day one, you know, I thought they were excellent. And especially Slayer, they just blew me away when I saw them in London and stuff. And people were just saying, oh, it's noise, you know, it's not music, it's just bullshit, it's not singing, you know. But, you know, we knew at the time that Napalm-Death and stuff make Slayer sound like Bon Jovi, really, you know. The way the vocals sound and the way the instruments just go full tilt, you know. But it's just taken people a while to kind of catch on, you know, because thrash fans, they're always looking for something heavier, something faster, something more extreme. They always will, you know. There's just some kind of attitude that defines the bands, really. It's and a vague kind of sound, but there's room for innovation and experimentation within the whole scene. And you've got bands like Godflesh who use a drum machine, and you know, they have really heavy riffs. Nowadays they're getting a bit more experimental with their sound, they're like using samplers and stuff.
Check. 2, 2. I'm Justin Broderick. I'm guitar and vocals for Godflesh.
I'm Paul Nepal and I play guitar for Godflesh. And this is Los Angeles.
And we're about to play the Country Club, California, Los Angeles. We're probably the heaviest thing people are ever going to hear in a coherent sense. I mean, there's loads of bands who just tune down and go, bleh, bleh. But like, we've actually got sound there and it's actually unique and it is fucking heavy. We just present people with a lot of harsh, vivid visuals that we can relate to, of things we really like, and then just present it to people we amalgamate all this stuff and then just shove it in people's faces and oh, what do you think? And we're not saying to people, think this, we're saying, what do you think? So we're trying to provoke a reaction. My existence is based upon like a sort of paranoid outlook on things, but I see like paranoia as awareness in a sort of similar. I mean, basically there is no dividing line really. I guess I see being totally paranoid as being totally aware.
We just like intense images, something that's like really strong.
Yeah, everything we use is intense and extreme because that's the only things we can relate to is extremities. The press in England, yeah, has been really, really favourable, and in Europe in general. The press in America is probably even more favourable, I think, in a way. I think we're getting better press in the States. We're getting better received. Slayer comes bursting out of it.
That's all right.
It's good. Slayer just burst in on it. It's pretty cool, actually. our bass player, I mean, he listens to Beach Boys religiously. I mean, he loves the Beach Boys. I mean, he collects all the CDs. He loves the Beach Boys. And if that's probably the most extreme, far away thing I could think of. But then again, in a lot of the purity in their sound and stuff, the way they do things is probably very close to what we do sometimes. We played with Killdozer once. I don't know if you're familiar with people are familiar with Killdozer, but we played like a lot louder than Killdozer, and we played with like something like 8,000 watts, total full power. And we know of one person in the audience who actually lost their hearing that night totally. There was apparently a couple of women who actually orgasmed through the volume. I don't know, I'd like to add thanks to Hard and Heavy for being on this video, because I mean, we probably don't fit into the whole genre really that well. But it's great to see that we are. I mean, this has crossed over instantly already. This is causing something which is different. And something to add is just for people to start appreciating and opening their heads to something unusual. You know, for people who just solely listen to metal who are watching this video, I'd like them to listen to Godflesh and just appreciate something which is more mind-numbingly heavy. If people want heaviness, and they've got it here. I mean, there's nothing heavier. But we're not saying that on a sort of, we're the heaviest band in the world. We're not going for that angle. We're just going for, we're Godflesh, and this is